Hey everybody, and I'm back. I'm back. I just did a video where I was eating a cheese fish sub, a cheese fish sub and fries, and I had a Canada Dry ginger ale. But guys, I'm back. I'm back. Because when I thought the griping was over, up jumped the you know what. I'm like, oh my goodness, I thought I was done, and I got some more. So I'm going to say, and another thing. That's what I think I'll say when I'm trying to do a part 2 to a video I've already made part 1 of. And another thing. Oh, guys, I want to talk briefly, and I'm not going to be up here long, I promise you. But I want to talk briefly about, and it's a little gripe of mine, because I can't understand what our mentality is, guys. And when I say what our mentality, I'm talking about the owl is some, not all, content creators. I have a gripe. I just do. And listen, I'm all about people doing what they want to do on their channels. It's none of my business, because I'm doing what I want to do over here. And I'm not going to have people dictate to me. So I'm not trying to dictate to anybody, but I do have a gripe. And it's this. I want to know, when did we as a people, and I have the answer, so it's a hypothetical question, but I want to see what you guys have to say on the matter. I just want to see what you guys' opinion is. But when did we as a people stop caring about uplifting their fellow man? When did that happen? It happened sometime in my lifetime for sure. But I'm wondering when. Because when I visit some channels, and I'm not talking about the ones who want to be crying, flying off the handle, acting crazy here and there, and all that kind of stuff. That's how they say, par for the course. Some people just going to be, they just going to do what they do. That ain't my business. I like to know when we stop being our brother's keepers. Because, I say that because you hear certain content creators, some, not all, talk about, oh, I'm not going to call this person's name. Now, I know to a degree you don't want to call a person's name so often. I get it. That's why I started using, MA, for example. Because you don't want YouTube coming after you. I get it. But that's not why a lot of these other content creators are saying it. They don't want to give people any kind of recognition. It's almost like, it seems to me, when they reach a certain number in terms of subscribers, it's like they figured, I guess they tell themselves they've arrived. They have arrived. Now listen, don't get me wrong. Be proud of your accomplishments. Nothing wrong with that. But be careful, because pride goeth before the fall. So we have to realize that and recognize that ego is what got us in a heap of hurt from Jump Street. I ain't making this up, guys. What I'm saying is verifiable. You can do some research. That ego, that Goliath that lives within us, if we don't tame it, woo, woe to you. But it's like they feel as though, when I say they, I mean some content creators feel as though they done got to a certain number of people, subscribers, and they are now too good to try to reach back and lift up their fellow man. If only by shouting someone out. You ain't gotta shout me out because I know from whence my help comes. So I don't depend on man for anything. My help comes from my Lord and my Savior, my Creator. I'm talking about the Creator of the universe. I'm talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So I ain't worried about me, but I'm just wondering why it's like we don't have any concept of what the right thing to do is. Me for one, if I ever reach whatever, let me get to 1,001 or 1,002 or whatever, I'm going to call out some names. I'm not going to be sitting up here acting all selfish, and I'm not going to call that name because I don't want her to climb up, or I don't need him to be climbing up before me. That's some selfish, backward thinking stuff. I'm sorry if somebody's toes is being smashed right now. I don't mean to. But I got to call a spade a spade. When did we stop trying to... And Lord have mercy, if we don't get out of this Western American thinking and get back to our roots, we are in for a much worse heap of hurt than we are already in right now. Because they will say in a minute, some of these content creators, oh, I'm not giving them no clout. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I'm not trying to be in judgment, but I think it's just funky. I think it's funky from the Rudy to the Tootie. I just think it's funky. Because it wasn't like when you started your YouTube channel. And whoever this is for, I guess they getting the message. No need to call no names. Whoever this is for, and whoever's doing this, they know who they are. Okay? Yes, you do. But you act as though, you talk as though you started your channel off already being monetized. You came to the scene with 1,000 subscribers. Like you didn't have to work. Like you didn't network with somebody to help lift you up. Now that you've been lifted up, oh, you can't be bothered. I ain't gonna say nothing about that person. I can't call their name. I ain't giving them no clout. They ain't getting no come up off of me. Come on, guys. We gotta get this Western thinking about our head. This selfishness thing. This selfishness thing. That's all it is. And always trying to get somewhere before somebody else get there. Or always kind of get high. They tell me the higher you climb, the most you expose, or the more you expose. And that's exactly what's happening. A lot of stuff is being exposed, whether they realize it or not. The higher you call yourself climbing, people can see the ugliness up under there. They just can. But like I said, you keep doing you, I'm going to do me. All I can say is that if I am blessed to go a little higher, I'm calling out some names. I am. Because I know it's about us helping one another. We did it so many years ago. It's just here in this recent present that it's like, oh no, I got mine. You got yours to get. And don't look for me to help you, because I'm not doing it. Not going to lift a pinky to do nothing. But then these same people talk about Almighty. I don't know if you know him. If you truly know him, you know he sent his son to do what? To help the low and lowly of them all, to help the poor, the widows, and the low in spirit and the low in heart. He helped. He sent them. He sent his only son to come and help. He didn't send them to those daggone rich folks, people who already got. He sent them to those who didn't have a thing. Who didn't have a thing. So when I hear y'all talking about, oh, God this and I wonder what God you talking about. What God? Because there's a lot of different gods out here. That's why I specify and say the God I serve is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because people got gods left and right. Just all kinds of gods they making out here that they worship. So I don't know if you talking about the God I serve. I don't know, because I can't tell. Not from the words that's coming out of your mouth. I can't tell. I cannot tell. Yeah, I'm a little hyped. And I don't mean to be, but I had to get that out. And now with that being said, I'm going to say, guys, please, when you know better, let's try to do better. Okay? Somebody help you. Be a blessing to someone else. That's all I'm saying. You were helped. You were helped. Some people say what God got for me is what God got for me, which is so very true. But he also put people strategically in place to give you their help. So don't climb that ladder. Get up there and look back down and say poop on them. That ain't no real God that you serving. It's some other kind of God, but not the true, not the one and true. It's not the creator of the universe. It's a different kind of God you serving. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, folk. That's all I have. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to say almighty peace and blessings to each and every one of you. I hope that you guys can reevaluate, try to understand what I'm saying. If you can't, put it on the shelf. Put it on the shelf. Pray about it. I've done that many a times. If something I can't understand, I put it on the shelf. I'll pray about it. Before long, Almighty will reveal it to me or make it where I can understand what it is I put on the shelf. Now I can take it down and I can absorb it and I can implement into my life if it's what Almighty will is for my life. But we got to get this thing right. We say we God's children. We got to walk as if we are his children. Okay? I'm not talking about the commentary and stuff like that, because I do commentary. I ain't trying to go in nobody's juggler, but, you know, I ain't trying to open up no vein or nothing, but, you know, I do have fun over here. I do have fun from time to time. And if I'm being wrong, God will be my judge. If I'm being wrong, God will be my judge. But I just wanted you guys to understand, it's not right. It's not right. You move forward and you don't even try to look back. All you're doing is trying to get further and further and further ahead. And then you brag as if, you know, it was all your hard work. And then some of you will say, well, what God has for me is what God has for me, which is true. But you don't act like it. You don't act like it. You don't act like you're grateful about it. Because you refuse to say anybody's name. You don't want to even give them a shout out. Say, y'all go over there and check out Brother Thomas' channel. Go over there and look at, you know, Mr. Moore's channel. Anybody who just a little bit, you know, has less than you. But instead you just want to, I don't know. It's just selfishness in my mind. But I'm not trying to step on no toes or anything like that. And I hope I haven't. I just had some more griping to do. And now that that's out of my system, I would hope prayerfully you would consider the little bit I had to say. If you're truly a child of God Almighty, then you would keep His commandments. You wouldn't have that selfish. Because see, if God gave it to you, He mean for you to give it out, not to hold it. He said you can't, don't take your candlestick and put it up under some kind of, stuffing it out. No, don't do that. Anyway, guys, I'm gone for real this time. Almighty peace and blessing. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you. And if I lose some subscribers for saying what's on my heart, then you're welcome back anytime. If you choose to leave, you're welcome back anytime. We'll gladly receive you. All right, guys. I love you and I mean it. You be safe. Take care. Love yourself. Love someone else. Love you and I mean it, guys. Peace and blessing. Almighty's peace and blessings to you.